Hello everyone, welcome back to our lecture. Let's continue the unit on unexpected entertainment. For today's lecture, we will focus on the TED Talk Two Nerdy Obsessions Meet and its magic. As I told you, this is not from your textbook. The TED Talk in your textbook for the unit Unexpected Entertainment is long and a bit boring, so I chose something different for you, and I think it's a lot more interesting. Hopefully, you will enjoy it. And in the other half of our lecture today, we will walk through the basic principles of relative clauses and do more practice to help you be more familiar with this device in combining sentences and understanding sentences. Okay, let's get started. So, for the learning method for each TED Talk, please don't forget to download the transcript from Tron class, and you may fill in the blanks while you watch the talk during the video lecture or after the video lecture when you review the lesson. And you must listen to my explanation to help you process and unpack the content of the talk. Okay, so this is our speaker today, David Kwan. Later, you will know his occupation. And the title of the talk is called Two Nerdy Obsession Meet, and it's magic. So from the title, again, we see an example of signposting. In the talk later, you will learn about two kinds of things that the speaker is crazy about. And he is going to explain how he incorporate these two kinds of things that he is crazy about to create a career. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, let's learn some word. First, drive here is not a verb, it's a noun. It means an urgent, basic need. For example, if you have the drive to learn, it means you want to learn. You think it is urgent for you to learn. Urge here is a noun too. It means a force or an impulse. Okay, so if you feel the urge to do something, it means you find doing something necessary. And the next word, the CH here is pronounced as K. So it's chaos, not chaos. It's chaos. Chaos means a state of confusion or a state of being a mess. Intersection. So whenever you see the prefix inter, it means different things, okay, overlapping with one another. So an intersection is a place where two or more things meet. Illusion, it means something you see but it's not true. So it's a misleading image presenting to the vision. So it's a lie to your eye. Gaze means an intent look. So you are looking at something with 100% focus. So if I gaze at the camera, I will be looking at the camera lens without directing my vision to anywhere else. So let's keep learning. Disruption. So it comes from the verb to disrupt. So to disrupt means to break the normal course of something. And quest here means to look for, okay? So quest can be a verb, it means to look for, and it can also be a noun, it means the process of looking for something. Distinct means very different. People can tell the difference by taking a look at it. So recognizably different means distinct. Epic means very big, so beyond the usual size or scope. So if you describe something as epic, it means it's not thing small, it's very big, very influential. Primal, meaning original. So in this talk, we will talk about primal urge. So it means this kind of need is born with, okay, it's natural. Okay, it's how we born with. Okay, what we are born with. And finally, signature. It means closely associated with someone or something. So a lot of supermodels have their signature walk because when they walk on the stage, people will recognize them by the way they walk. Okay, so it's called signature. Okay, a signature walk. Okay. Key into, it means to be in harmony with something, and wire to. Later you will hear this word repeated quite a few times. It means to be programmed to do something. So later the speaker will say we are wired to do something. It means all human beings are programmed to do something. Okay. Unite means to join something together as a group. To decode. So code, okay, means password, right? Decode means to uncover the password, to discover the meaning of something. It's the meaning of decode. Okay, so let's take a look at the introduction and several body paragraphs of the talk, and then I'll unpack them for you. Okay, so let's watch it together.
Puzzles and magic. I work in what most people think are two distinct fields, but I believe they are the same. I am both a magician and a New York Times crossword puzzle constructor, which basically means I've taken the world's two nerdiest hobbies and combined them into one career. And I believe that magic and puzzles are the same, because they both key into one of the most important human drives, the urge to solve. Human beings are wired to solve, to make order out of chaos. It's certainly true for me. I've been solving my whole life. High school consisted of epic Scrabble matches in the cafeteria, and not really talking to girls. And then, at about that time, I started learning magic tricks, and definitely not talking to girls. There's nothing like starting a conversation with, "Hey, did you know that prestidigitation is worth 20 points in Scrabble?" But back then, I noticed an intersection between puzzles and illusion. When you do the crossword puzzle, or when you watch a magic show, you become a solver. And your goal is to try to find the order in the chaos of, say, a black and white puzzle grid, a mixed-up bag of Scrabble tiles, or a shuffled pack of playing cards. And today, as a cruciverbalist, 23 points, and an illusion designer, I create that chaos. I test your ability to solve. Now, it turns out, research tells us that solving is as primal as eating and sleeping. From birth, we are wired to solve. In one UCLA study, newborns still in the hospital were shown patterns like this: circle, cross, circle, cross. And then the pattern was changed: triangle, square. And by tracking an infant's gaze, we know that newborns as young as a day old can notice and respond to disruptions in order. It's remarkable. So from infancy through old age, the urge to solve unites us all. And I even found this photo on Instagram of pop star Katy Perry solving a crossword puzzle with her morning coffee. Like, now, solving exists across all cultures. The American invention is the crossword puzzle. And this year we are celebrating the 100th anniversary of the crossword puzzle, first published in the New York World. But many other cultures have their signature puzzles as well. China gives us tangrams, which would test solvers' abilities to form shapes from the jumbled pieces. Chaos. Order, order, and order. That one's my favorite. Let's hear it again. Okay. And how about this puzzle invented in 18th century England? The jigsaw puzzle. Is this not making order out of chaos? So as you can see, We are always solving. We are always trying to decode our world. It's an eternal quest. It's just like the one Cervantes wrote about in Don Quixote, which, by the way, is the root of the word Quixotry, the highest scoring Scrabble word of all time, 365 points. But anyway, Don Quixote is an important book. You guys have read Don Quixote, yes? I'm seeing some heads nod. Come on, guys, really? Who's read Don Quixote? Let's do this. Raise your hands if you've read Don Quixote. There we go, smart audience. Who's read Don Quixote? Get them up. Okay, good.
Okay, let's pause here and unpack these sections together. In the introduction, you should know what the two obsessions are. They are doing magic tricks and creating crossword puzzles. So the speaker combine these two fields together, and this becomes his obsession. So the background here is he points out that puzzles and magics are the same because they are essentially about solving problems. And he points out that solving problem is one of the most important human drives. So drives here suggests that people have the natural urge to solve problems, to fix problems, to find solutions. So the thesis, the argument of this talk is humans are wired to make order out of chaos. So he wants to prove to the audience that human beings are programmed to solve problems. What does it mean by to make order out of chaos? It means to look for patterns or rules in a mess, okay? And for puzzles and magic tricks, they are essentially about making order out of chaos. When you are doing word puzzles, you are trying to find rules, okay, to create certain words using different alphabets that you have in your hands. And when you watch a magic show, you are trying to find rules to understand it. Okay, so the speaker gives us a few examples of making order out of chaos. So the first example is from scientific research about the ability to respond to chaos, okay, in order of infants. So infants is a more professional term to say babies, okay? So in the future, if you are doing a presentation, instead of saying babies, you can say infants. So if you still remember, babies can respond differently when they see the pattern circle, cross, circle, okay? So that's amazing. That's a proof to show us that from birth, human beings can respond to chaos. And another example is about different board games from different cultures, like the tangram from China, and also the jigsaw puzzle in England, and finally solving as an analogy to Don Quixote. So Don Quixote is a classic literature by Cervantes, and the speaker, okay, used this word to show us that, okay, to decode is also in our culture as well. And he even shows us several times what each word is worth how many points in Scrabbles. So Scrabbles is a game quite popular in America. You are given different tiles, and on each tile there's an alphabet, and you need to put together different words on the board to earn points. So these are jigsaw puzzle 拼图, and this is tangram 七巧板, and this is Scrabble. Okay, this is Scrabble. I'm not quite sure what it is in Chinese. Okay, but I believe these three images do give you a better idea of what they are. Okay, so now you know exactly what the speaker is trying to prove. He's trying to prove that making order out of chaos is one of the human urges. We are wired to make order out of chaos, and so far he has used scientific research, board games, and even literature to prove that to us. Okay, so in the next section, he is going to do a live demonstration to back up his argument even further. Before we watch that part, let's pick up a few words. So stroke, okay, refers to the lines, okay, of an alphabet or of a character, okay. So one of the lines of a letter of the alphabet or drawing. Scribble, it means a piece of writing or drawing that is done quickly. Scribble can also be used as a verb. If someone asks you to scribble something down, it means they want you to write down something quickly. Coincidence, it means the occurrence of events that happen at the same time by accident. So in the future, if you go into the classroom and you found out that your teacher is also wearing pink, then you would say, what a coincidence. And plot here means the plan or main story of something, okay. And grid, okay, if you still remember the picture of a crossword puzzle, the speaker shows us each box on a crossword puzzle is called a grid, okay, so called a grid. And blank, it means no content. If you still remember devoid from the talk about the app, it means lack of. Indelible might be a word that you are not so familiar with. It means cannot be removed or erased. Thicken, it means to make something thick. Okay. Fish out, it means to take something out of a bag. And corrupt, it means to change from good to bad. Okay. So if a government corrupts, it means this government changed from good to bad. Okay, so let's keep watching and pay attention to the live demonstration. It might be a bit tricky. The speaker is trying to put his words into actions. He's going to put on a magic show, an illusion for us. So be ready, and then I will help you understand the demonstration. So let me get it to the right place.
All of you really are. So I'm going to come into the audience and find somebody to help me. Let's see. Everybody's looking away all of a sudden. Would you? What is your name? Gwen. I'm not a mind reader. I can see your name tag. Come with me, Gwen. Everyone give her a round of applause. Make her feel welcome. Gwen, after you. Are you so excited? Did you know that your name is worth 8 points in Scrabble? Okay. Stand right here, Gwen, right here. Now, Gwen, before we begin, I'd like to point out a piece of the puzzle, which is here in this envelope, and I will not go near it. Okay? And over here we have a drawing of some farm animals. You can see we have an owl, we have a horse, a donkey, a rooster, an ox, and a sheep. And then here, Gwen, we have some fancy art store markers, colors like, can you see that word right there? Cobalt, yes, cobalt. Well, we have a silver, we have a red, an emerald, and an amber marker. And Gwen, you were going to color this drawing just like you were 5 years old. One marker at a time. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right? But I'm going to go over here. I don't want to see what you're doing. Okay, so don't start yet. Wait for me to get over here and close my eyes. Now, Gwen, are you ready? Pick up just one marker. Pick up just one marker. And why don't you color in the horse for me? Color in the horse. A big scribbles, broad strokes. Don't worry about staying in the lines. All right, great. And why don't you take that marker and recap it and place it on the table for me? Okay, and pick up another marker out of the cup. And take off the cap. And color in the donkey for me. Color in the donkey. Big scribbles. Okay, cool. And recap that marker and place it on the table. And pick up another marker for me. And take off the cap. Isn't this fun? And color in the owl for me. Color in the owl. Okay, and recap that marker, and pick up another marker out of the cup. And color in the rooster for me. Color in the rooster. Good. Big strokes. Good. Pick up another marker out of the cup. And color in the ox for me. Color in the ox. Okay, good. And be a lot of color on that, and recap and place it on the table, and pick up another marker out of the cup. Oh, I'm out. I'm out. Okay, I'm gonna turn around. Did I forget him? Oh, I forgot my purple marker. This is still gonna work, though. I think this is still gonna work mostly. All right. So, Gwen, I'm gonna hand you this envelope. Don't open it yet. Not open it yet. But I'm going to write down your choices so that everybody can see the choices that you made. Okay, great. So we have a cobalt, horse, amber, owl, a silver, ox, yes, okay, a red donkey, and what was the emerald color? A rooster, an emerald rooster. Okay, now for the moment of truth, Gwen. We're going to take a look in that envelope. Why don't you open it up and remove the one piece of paper from inside and hand it to me, and we will see if it matches your choices. Yes, I think it does. We have a cobalt horse, we have a red donkey, we have an amber owl, we have an emerald rooster, a silver ox. I forgot my purple marker, so we have a blank sheep. But that's a pretty amazing coincidence, don't you think? Gwen, well done. That's beautiful. I'll take that back from you. So, ladies and gentlemen, how is this possible? How is this possible? Well, could it be that Gwen's brain is so wired to solve that she decoded hidden messages? Well, this is the puzzle I present to you. Could there be order in the chaos that I created? Let's take a closer look. Do you recall when I showed you these puzzle pieces? What image did it ultimately become? A cobalt horse. The plot thickens. And then we played a game of tangrams with an emerald rooster. That one's my favorite. And then we had an experiment with a silver ox. And Katy Perry drinks her morning coffee out of a amber owl. Thank you, Katy, for taking that photo for me. Oh, and there's one more. I believe you colored a red donkey, Gwen. Ladies and gentlemen, could you raise your hands for me if you've read Don Quixote? Who's read Don Quixote? But wait, there's more. Gwen, I was so confident that you were going to make these choices that I made another prediction. And I put it in an even more indelible place. And it's right here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have today's New York Times. The date is March 18th, 2014. Many of you in the first couple of rows have it underneath your seats as well. Really dig, we hid them under there. See if you can fish out the newspaper and open up to the arts section, and you will find the crossword puzzle. And the crossword puzzle today was written by yours truly. You can see my name above the grid. I'm going to give this to you, Gwen, to take a look. And I will also put it up on the screen. Now let's take a look at another piece of the puzzle. If you look at the first clue for one across, it starts with the letter C for corrupt. And just below that we have an O for outfielder. And if you keep reading the first letters of the clues down, you get cobalt horse, amber owl, silver ox, red donkey, and emerald rooster. That's pretty cool, right? It's the New York Times. But wait. Oh, Gwen, do you recall how I forgot my purple marker and you were unable to color the sheep? Well, if you keep reading, starting with 25 down, it says, oh, by the way, the sheep can be left blank. But wait, there's one more thing. There's one final piece of the puzzle. Gwen, I am so grateful for your choices because if we take a look at the first letters of your combinations, we get C-H-A-O-S for chaos and O-R-D-E-R for order. That's chaos and order. We've all made order out of chaos. So ladies and gentlemen, the next time you find yourself with a puzzle, whether it's in your life or in your work, Or maybe it's at the Sunday morning breakfast table with the New York Times. Remember, you are all wired to solve. Thank you.